This is Danelle Stevens again, giving you another short video on Zotero. This one is a Zotero citation management system. And this is about tags. And tags are very useful in terms of sorting your documents and getting ones that have certain topics on them and others that don't. And so let's just look. Oh, that was the video. All right, we'll get rid of that. Okay. So in order actually to come up with a quote like that on student identity, like we just saw very quickly, I will show you what happens. Let's go down to the group. Doctoral student identity. We have a number of articles like that. And if I put doc space stu identity, it could be caps or small letters, I found out. I press return and I get all the articles that have talked about doctoral student identity. And in particular, the quotes that I have tagged. And that's the advantage of Zotero. You can tag quotes. You see here, doctoral student identity, researcher identity. And this is a quote about research identities. And it's got a date and a page number, etc. But it also has that content within that quote. And this is a direct quote from the article. Anytime I take a cut and paste a quote from the article, it's a real quote. It's not my own words or my notes on the quote. It is actual quote, which makes it easier for other things. And so this is another one about intense process, learning experience, transform, becoming a research, negotiate new identities and reconceptualize themselves both as people and professionals in addition to. So that's a really important quote in terms of talking about doctoral student identity. And it was in Manti 2015, page 636. So you can see those tags are really important. So how do you do a tag? So we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to take, let's just take the first article. You see information notes, that's a summary of all the notes I have, and tags. Now it's only been tagged .education doctorate, and the dot ones are mine. So let's see if we can find an article that has tags. No tags on that one. Let's find one that has a lot. Okay. So these are all my tags for this article, and the reason I can tell it has a dot in front of it. However, when some things come in, particularly the more recent ones, you'll see there's no tags on this one for some reason. Interesting. It's an important article. I didn't tag it. But I must have tagged it. Oh, maybe I know what I did. I didn't tag the whole article. I started tagging individual quotes within the article. So here we go, doc student identity. My old pattern used to be I would tag the whole article. Now what I do is I tag the notes themselves so that I can pick up those notes and themselves. Sometimes I tag the note. When I do tag the note, then what happens is I am able to instead of just the article. See, this one is the article is tagged. Doctoral students, writing pedagogy advisor, role of advisor, supervisor role. Those are all my tags, and they have a dot in front of them. Let's go over to this little box. This is where your tags show up for this topic. These are all the tags within this topic across all the articles and the quotes within this topic. And what you'll notice here is that there's a certain point where the dots stop and the other, let's try this. Okay. Other tags. So these tags, this was a tag by, all these yellow ones were by the library or by computer or somebody. So all the orange tags are not my tags. They're tags by somebody else. And you can also search on those tags. I make my own. I kind of lack of research on. That's a good one. Gap, lack of research. Doctoral students. They have doctoral students as well. Professional identity. But these are the ones that the publisher themselves made and tagged to this article. So tags are very important. You can tag either and or the whole article, or you can also tag just the individual note. This is a good article. You can see here I've divided it up by different results that came from this article. Let's look at another one. Goki and Dean is a good article. This is to get. Sometimes I pull these off the reference list just to make sure that I get these articles. I have no idea what these are. They look like they're all blank. So if they're blank, I can do Command Delete, I think. So you want to move it to the trash? Yes. Command Delete, because it's empty. Command Delete. Okay. So you can see it's a little uneven process, but I started, this is 2015 when I downloaded it. So the more recent ones I've gotten a little more sophisticated with. This is, actually this is the way Nikki, my colleague, tags these. And I don't know if she's taking direct quotes or not. Looks like she might. I hope so. I have to make sure, because what I like to have is the direct quote so that I can write from them. If I write from them, I can choose the whole quote directly, or I can allude to it, like you usually can do, is say, these people had this idea. So you can see as I have started to use Zotero, I also started to try to put my own documents in here, like my quotes for doctoral student identity. I don't actually think I was successful in doing that, but anyway, that's a goal I have, is to get some of these matrices that I use a lot and put them right in here. But you can see that some of these are really important articles, and if you sort these, let's go to academic writing, and let's sort them by the quotes or by the notes, and you can see some of these articles have lots and lots and lots of notes, and some of them may be duplicate notes, and we're only in the tag, so let's go to notes. So this is 12 notes. This has, now this is another thing I do with these notes. When I enter my own notes, I put capitals to say what it is. This is participants. Because if I'm going to write about different programs and compare them, sometimes it's nice to be able to pull the participants out. So if I have some articles, which I have that a number of those, I can do that and say participants, faculty in a school of education, 6 master's international students. This was doc students. This was business doc students. And so then I can begin to say, okay, there were a number of studies. They were all under academic writing. They've done it with different people. And I can pull out certain articles and say, well, my research addresses the same people or a different group of people. This looks like it's got a lot of duplicates in it because who knows why. So I would put these two, let's see, together. Let's see. I guess you can't do that. So you have to decide which one you want and dump the other one. No, that's pretty easy. You just hit Command Delete. And usually if I take the quote and it's the first sentence, you can see that the duplicate is there. Okay. That cleans that up a lot. It's not totally clean yet, but there you go. So that's why there's certain methods that I've learned to use tags, and tags are great. There you go. Thank you.